everybody! Thank you for watching again. So as you can tell, my skin is so burnt. I literally laid out in the sun for like 2 hours and I look like a lobster. So that being said, I'm going to be using this Joulet Triple Hydrating Mask. It is amazing. And then I'm going to be putting my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer on top of that. And it also has a little bit of a moisturizer in it, which I love. This is actually the first time I've used this too, and it felt amazing. It was so hydrating, and my face just felt so good after that. I use it every day now before I apply my makeup. It feels so great. Next, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. Ooh, that's a mouthful, in shade Light Neutral, and I'm going to be putting that all over my eyelids. And then I'm going to be taking my Morphe brush, that is the B77 brush, and I'm going to be just blending that out all over my eyelid. Next, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to be pushing that all over my eyelid just to give your eyeshadow that good, smooth base to be applied to. Of course, I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette, and I'm going to be picking up the shade Electric for my transition color. This shade is super beautiful. It's just that perfect pale pink you want. And I'm going to be adding more and more just to give me that good color that I want. I mean, look how pretty. And for this, I'm using my large Morphe blending brush, the MB23. Next, I'm going to be taking my M501 Morphe brush and picking up the shade Dippy. I'm just going to show you guys on my arm. Look how beautiful! I mean, that is the perfect hot pink. I was so shook. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And it went on so smooth. But I'm going to be building up this color to give me that really hot pink that I want. And I'm going to be putting that into my crease and on the corner of my eyes. Next, I'm going to be taking that same first Morphe brush that we used and picking up the shade Electric again and just applying that right on top of that pink color in the crease just to keep that color visible. Next, I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetic brush, I believe that was number 8, and then picking up that Dippy color once more and just patting that onto the outer corner of my eyelid. Breather for this one, because now I'm going to be cutting the crease, and for that I'm going to be taking my Sonia Kashuk, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to be taking that brush with that same Smashbox concealer and be cutting my crease. So here we go. Moment of truth. I get so nervous when I cut my crease, y'all. I literally like hold my breath because I get so nervous. It's so stressful. Take a quick breather. Now for cutting the crease, I like to apply the concealer at the bottom part of the lid where I want it, and then looking up, and then it'll show you, it'll make a little line at the crease, and it'll show you where your crease is to your eyelid, so you can draw the line from your tear duct up to it, so it'll make it easier for you to see where to cut the crease specifically. I literally have to take like 5 breathers in between me cutting my crease because I like literally, no joke, I for real hold my breath. I like don't want to move. But next I'm going to be taking my Profusion brush. And I believe I got this at TJ Maxx for only like $3 or $4. And it came in like a pack too. But I'm going to be picking up that same hot pink color, Dippy, and just patting that onto that harsh line just to get rid of any, like I said, harsh lines or anything like that, just to make it look well blended. And you want to pat, you don't want to rub, because you don't want to take the concealer somewhere else. You want the concealer to stay exactly where it is. Next, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Single Shadow in shade Polyester Bride. I have to say, you guys, this is probably one of my new favorite eyeshadows. I'm going to be taking my smudge brush. I also believe I got this from TJ Maxx for very cheap, but I'm going to be spraying that with my Smashbox water primer, picking up the shadow, and then spraying it one more time. And when doing this part, I like to pat and not rub, because when you rub, it'll be taking product with it, and when you pat, it'll just lay it down and it will not take anything off. And you guys, this shadow is so beautiful. It is so sparkly and so white. Like, this camera does not do it justice at all. At all. It's so beautiful. As you can tell. I got a moment just to praise that shadow real quick. Doing the same to the other side. Look at that. It's so beautiful. But next I'm going to be taking that Profusion brush one more time. But this time you want to make sure to flip it to the other side. And then I'm going to be picking up the shade Electric that we use for our transition shade. And I'm going to be patting that, make sure you pat in the center of my eyelid to give it that ombre effect. Now I'm going to be picking up the Polyester Bride again and just putting that right underneath my brow bone, just to brighten up at the top. Then I'm going to be taking this angled, small, flat Morphe brush, and I will list it below. I am sorry, I don't know the number of it, but I will list it in the description box, I promise. And then picking up just any black shade that you have. It doesn't matter what palette it comes from or where, just any black shadow. But I'm using the black shadow from the Too Faced Clover palette. And I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a liner with it. And for my liner, I don't want to make it too thick because I want all the attention to be on the eyes. I want nothing to be covering up any part of the eyes because it's so beautiful. So I'm just going to be doing a very, very thin liner. Like so. Then I'm going to be taking a makeup wipe and cleaning up the edges just a little bit. I want to add just a tiny bit underneath the liner just so I can connect it well with the bottom lashes. And then I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 primer and setter, and I'm going to be spraying it. It literally comes out like a rocket. I mean, it'll come flying at you. It scared me the first time I sprayed it. But I'm going to be putting that all over my face. And using the NARS Natural Radiant Concealer in shade Santa Fe. And doing 4 pumps. A lot doesn't come out at once, that's why I use 4 pumps. And just dotting that all over my face. Next, taking a damp beauty blender, just blending all of that out. And girls, make sure to get that neck. Look at that. I'm so burnt. Like, my foundation doesn't even look like my color anymore because I'm so fried. Then I'm going to be taking my same Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour long wear concealer in shade Light Neutral. And then putting that under my eye, just like so. And then I'm going to be also adding it on my chin, my forehead, and down my nose. And just a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Then blending that out with a damp beauty blender. Once we have that all blended out, I'm going to be taking my trusted Laura Mercier translucent powder once more and picking up my damp beauty blender that I used and just dabbing that into the powder and pressing that into my skin. I'm going to be first doing it on my under eyes and on my T-zone, and then also setting my whole face. Because you always want to set your face with a powder, a translucent powder, before adding powders on top of your foundation and concealer. And if you don't do this step and you use powders, then it'll make your face and powders that you apply look very blotchy and not as smooth as you would want it to look. So you want to make sure to set your face with the translucent powder or setting powder or whatever you have before adding powder onto your face. Now from the eyebrows, off camera, I'm back. My eyebrows are so uneven, but oh well, I just go with it. Gotta do what you gotta do. And for that, I use my Cabral by Benefit, and I love this product. It is so good. It'll give you the perfect hair-like strokes in your eyebrows that every girl wants. Then picking up my Hoola bronzer with my Urban Decay F105 optical blurring brush. It's so soft, and this was actually the first day I've used it, and it worked amazing. I love it. I'm using that to just bronze up the face a tad. I've already started to peel right there, but whatever. Get that neck. Then using my Sephora Contour Powder Palette, I'm going to be picking up the last two shades. I'm going to be dabbing it a little bit in that darker shade. Just one dab is all you need. A little bit with this product goes a long way. But I love it. It looks so good on your skin. And then I'm going to be taking this feather brush and just going over everything to make sure it's nice and blended. And this brush is also a Sephora brush, number 92. It's super soft and super big and feels so good on your face. Now I'm going to be doing my nose contour, and I did it off camera. Now I'm going to be taking my other Morphe really small blending brush, and I will look for that number and I will list it in the description box, I promise. And then picking up that electric transition color that we used and just placing that under the eye. Like so, and do the same to the other side. Next, I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetic brush number 11 and picking up Dippy. And with Dippy, I'm going to be just pushing it as close as I can to that lash line. Like so, and doing the same to the other side. Then taking my BH Cosmetics brush number 10 and taking the white color in the Weekend Festival palette, and it's called Spirit. And I'm just going to be putting that in my tear duct just to brighten up the inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to be taking my MAC blush in shade Desert Rose with my BH Cosmetic brush number 3, and then just applying that onto the high points of my cheekbone. I just like a subtle blush. I don't like anything too bold, especially with bright eyes. I just want to make all the attention go to the eyes. But my fave part, highlighter, today I'm using the Fenty Beauty highlighter, the shade Mean Money and Hustla Baby. And I'm just going to be mixing the two together and applying that on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my chin, and on my nose. And this brush is also a brush that doesn't have a number to it or a name. It's just a brush I got at Sephora. Then I'm picking up the color, not the color, the BH Cosmetic brush number 10 once more, and I'm going to be using that to apply the highlight to my nose. And for the highlight, I do an exclamation mark. So I do a line down the center and then a dot on the tip of my nose. Oh, there's a hair all in my face. Now I'm going to be curling the lashes. Just a tad. Nothing too major. And you guys, oh my god, I was at Ulta and they gave me like a free, I got a free prize or something with what I purchased. And look how cute that little Too Faced bottle is. I freaked out. So I have to use it. So I'm just going to be applying a little bit of that on my eyelashes. Then using the Roller Lash by Benefit to do my bottom lashes. And I love this mascara for my bottom lashes because it has a very small brush to it, so it's easy to get up in the lashes on your bottom. This eyelashes, $6 at TJ Maxx, and they are amazing. Like, they're so good. I love them. I have to go get more. Voila. Voila. Eyelashes are on, and so now it's time for the lipstick. I recently purchased the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the shade Peony. And also the lip gloss by Too Faced Angel Tears in shade, of course, Angel Tears. So this is what the packaging looks like. And oh my gosh, like the perfect shade for this look. Like, I was scared it was going to be too light or too dark, but as soon as I put it on, it matched and went with the eye look so perfectly. I was shook. And I do love the applicator. I wasn't sure if I would have liked the applicator just because I like to trace my lips sometimes with the lipstick or lip gloss, but it actually did pretty well and it felt really good on my lips. And just to add that extra sparkle, I'm going to be taking Angel Tears and just applying that right on top. It's so pretty. And that is the look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know any other looks that you'd like me to do. Thank you so much. I love you guys.